What's up? What's up, Langrisser heads? So we are back up in this MOF today. I did record like a good pull vid in here for the collab banner, and it's finally happened. My ROG3 actually ran out of room with all the videos that I make, and well, that recording got jacked up. So you guys didn't miss much though. I did like 30 pulls. I didn't get anything, and then as soon as I was done recording, I was like, oh, I can grind out a few more free tickets. And I think I ended up with like 4 of them. I went in there and I threw the 4 tickets, and of course I ended up getting an SSR, and I was like, damn, I should have done that before I quit recording. And we did. I feel like we did get lucky because we got the girl I wanted right off rip. Let's have a look at the summon screen here. What is her name? Silveria. I keep wanting to call her Svetlana. I don't know why. I'm sorry, but she is a badass. Yeah, she's got a machine gun. She is like this crazy sniper chick. She can get +7 to her range with one of her attacks. So in my opinion, man, just look at all that awesome stuff. Destroying tanks. In my opinion, she is like the Sigma. The Sigma for this faction, for Heroes of Time. Because she will just be sniping the shit out of people that are, kind of far away and doing tons of damage to them. At least from what I've seen in her kit, just looking over it real quick. Getting her to level 50, just feeding whatever potions and stuff I had into her. She looks very interesting, and I cannot wait to unlock her and play her. We'll take a look at her. But the other girl I did not manage to get yet. And man, she just looks cool. So very, this is the other girl, Alicia. Attack increase by 20%. When moving, can pass through enemy units and all passable terrain. When passing through unit, the surrounding 1 block gain a chance to mitigate mobility reduction up to 3 blocks for every 1 block, for every 1 enemy passed through this turn. So if you run through people, you get more movement. So that's pretty awesome, because when somebody comes after you, say there's 2 enemies that get up in your face, right? This girl can effectively move through them and mitigate like 6 blocks worth of movement. So by moving through them, she's gonna get to move across the whole damn room. That's what it's looking like. So some cheeky ass shenanigans there, right? And then she has Righteous March, dispel 1 debuff from a unit and restore 50% hit points. Allow her to move additional 2 blocks and attack again, so it's like an act again with a heal. After using the skill, buffs that you have do not lose their turn count can be used 3 times. So she just has a ton of movement shenanigans in here. Her 3C, it's got a 5-turn cooldown, range 2 blocks, attack a single enemy in a straight line, dealing, in a straight line. It's 2 blocks, but it's in a straight line, dealing 1.6 times damage, and ignores melee damage penalties. That's cool. Before battle, this unit restores 100% of hit points, dispels 5 buffs from the enemy, and reduces the enemy's defense by 30%. Last 2 turns. Cannot be dispelled after battle. Deals additional AoE damage to enemies within 4 blocks in the same straight line. Okay, so we would have to see how that actually plays out. Obviously, attack support. She can have that. What is this? Grenade Blast. This is like an AoE that she does. Attacks multiple enemies in an area, dealing 0.3 AoE damage and applying a displacement effect. All enemies within 1 block of the target are randomly repelled either 1 or 2 blocks. Can be used 3 times. So that is very cool. I see like a lot of custom stuff in here, right? That's like a grenade that she throws, and everybody, gets randomly moved a couple blocks. That can be very useful. Displacement effects can be pretty gnarly. And then this thing, Gunfire Barrage. This is what I was looking for. Attacks a single enemy, dealing 1.4 times damage, and increase critical chance by 20%. Nice. Gunfire Barrage can be used 3 times in succession. After 3 times, it is swapped for reload. Reload. Restores 50% of the unit's hit points, replenishes Gunfire Barrages. Use count after use. The skill is swapped to Gunfire. Cool. That's very, very interesting. I like how they set that up. You're going to get like some gnarly firepower out of that. You use it 3 times, but then you're going to have to reload. And while you're reloading, you're going to get some healing and stuff. So I think that's interesting. This is something completely different than anything that we've seen in Langrisser, the way that this is set up. And honestly, so is this this grenade thing. So this chick is actually pretty damn cool. She has like a swimsuit skin. Either way, she's rocking a freaking, well, it's not a Kalashnikov, but she's rocking a machine gun either way. Would be cool to have her as well, right? And then let's actually take a look at this chick. Instead of looking at mine, we'll look at one that's actually built, right? That nice S-ranked attack and an S-ranked S-ranked skill stat as well. So that is a very nice skill, very nice attack. 542 base and 314 base. Very nice. What's her skin look like? Yeah, she has a swimsuit thing with either, well, it's not really a swimsuit. She's just being some booty shorts, looking pretty cute, and she either has a gun or that sword. I think her standard skin looks pretty damn good, right? She's just formal enough, and she's still busting the hell out of that. And I dig the leggings. Right? So, and then she has, her talent is Azure Realm. Crit chance and crit damage increased by 30% with an S-B stat. That's effing awesome. Also with an S attack stat. So she's going to be hitting hard AF. Enemies within a 5 block range. Wait. Crit chance and crit damage increased by 30%. After enemies within a 5 block range, if they are 100% hit points after taking action, they take fixed damage. So anybody that's at full health that's around you is going to take some fixed damage equal to 1.5 times Svetlana's attack once. So pretty much she's just going to has like this fixed damage aura around her on top of just getting a super huge bonus to crit chance and crit damage. 30% to crit and crit damage. She's always going to crit, and her crit's going to be nasty AF. Like crit damage 30%. Like Lana has 30% more to her magic damage. That's what makes her like one of the hardest hitting mages in the game, right? And this girl's gonna just have 30% more to her attack, to her crit, and she's gonna be critting all the time. So she's always gonna have that 30% damage built in, because with an S skill stat, you're gonna crit every freaking time, and the S attack stat is definitely gonna fill that damage out. So she's got something interesting here, and hey, why not? She's going to affect everybody within 5 blocks with fixed damage. So it's simple, it's effective, right? And then she has some crazy ass shit over here. Here's her ambush passive. When on defensive terrain, crit chance increased by 15%, fixed damage dealt increased by 30%, and healing effects received by 30%. So it's literally going to help everything out that she does. Her crit chance is going to be a 45% bonus because she's getting 30 from her talent, right? And now her fixed damage is going to do 30% more, and she's going to fix damage everyone around her constantly within 5 blocks, it says. So that's cool, right? And now when you receive healing effects, you're going to get 30% more healing. So that's interesting, because maybe I'm going to have to look at the gear. I might be able to put a hat on her or something where if she even has a scratch on her, she'll catch some healing for that. And this should increase to any healing through gear or anything. So that's interesting, right? That's a passive. For this one right here, you're either going to take snare, I think, or she has air slash, she has snipe, right? But I'm looking for things that are pretty much unique. This one looks unique, Disarm. Attacks a single enemy dealing 1.5 times damage. After dealing damage in battle, reduces the range of the enemy by 1 for 1 turn. Okay. You know what? I would have to actually try this, because when it says reduce the range, I don't think that means movement. That could be their actual attack range. It's kind of like Toguro Brothers can reduce your attack range when you're attacking him. He has a 30% chance. And if you only have an attack range of 1 and that gets reduced, then you can't reach him. So this might be the same kind of thing here, where if you're some kind of barbarian and you absolutely destroy everything a block next to you, if she can take your range away for 1 turn, then you can't attack anybody next to you. So we'd have to see what that disarm is all about, just the way that it's written. Yeah, I'll have to actually unlock it and try it and run it, right? But that is a ability that only she gets. I can tell you that right now. These are custom. The passive that we looked at, Ambush, this is something that only she gets. Order of the Guardian. This is something that only she gets, right? Choose 1 skill to use. There's Full Assault. When activated, increase your attack and intelligence for all allied units in the area by 20%. Lasts for 2 turns. That's cool, because the accessory that I have on her is going to do fixed damage based on either your attack or your intelligence, whichever one is lower. So this is going to help her do more fixed damage with the accessory that I have equipped on her by increasing her intelligence while also increasing her attack. So her attack's going to do more damage, and the fixed damage from the accessory I have is going to do a little bit more fixed damage too, because this is going to increase her attack and intelligence. So that's cool, because she actually can do something with int if you equip her right. So that's very awesome. And she's buffing not just herself, there's people around her. So this is something I'm going to have to see how this stacks with, different buffs and faction buffs and everything. But that looks solid. That looks like its own standalone buff. Full defense. When activated, increase the defense by 20% and magic defense by 30% of all allied units in an area. Last 2 turns. So they're, 2 turns at a time. And full force smash. When activated, increase the crit chance of all friendly units in the area by 20%. Last 2 turns. So she can give a huge crit boost. Using any of the other skills changes the cooldown of Order of the Guardians to 2 turns. So, cool. You're going to be able to drop one of these every couple of turns, buff everybody around you with that. That's pretty amazing. We'll have to see how that all stacks up, right? But if you don't want to take her as a buffer, right, you can leave Order of the Guardian at home, and you can take a kit like this with just attack moves. But, I might swap out Snare for Order of the Guardian, right? Because you still have okay. That's right. Might of the Valkyrie, the 3C, restores 30% of the unit's hit points and renders this unit unable to move again, or be teleported, and increase crit chance by 20%. Using a skill increases range by 7. So now your skills are going to have like a 8 reach, 9 reach. The closer to the enemy, the less damage dealt after ending the battle, up to 35%. So you want to be further away, which it's going to definitely give her an edge as a sniper, right? Last 1 turn. After use, the skill is swapped for Valkyrie Flash. After taking action next turn, this skill is swapped for Valkyrie Power. Attacks a single enemy dealing 1.4 times damage that ignores guard, and if the target is 9 or more blocks away, hero damage dealt increases by 20%, and the soldiers of both sides cannot attack. Instead, damage is dealt directly to the heroes. So that's crazy. Because if she tags somebody that doesn't have the reach to tag her back, she gets to assassinate a hero, and they can't even reach her back. So she doesn't even have to work her way through the troops. She can just headshot like a hero and take them out. All the troops will die. I really have to see how this works. But, you know, I mean, obviously this is going to be killer, and you can also take something like Snare with you, or Disarm, right? And you can still have your passive on her that is going to, you know, just increase her crit chance and how much fixed damage she does and how much healing she takes, right? Your other options would be Detect and Sneak. Yeah, definitely Ambush is going to be the way to go for this girl. The 3C looks very interesting because that's kind of how Sigma, yeah, isn't it Sigma? That's how Sigma plays. He uses something and that increases his range, and then he tries to like take a sniper shot at you. So that is why I was saying, just off of reading her 3C and the way that it kind of works, increases your range by 7. The further something away is, the more damage you do to it, or the closer something is, the less damage you do to it. Regardless, that's kind of how Sigma works. If I'm wrong about that, then I guess I'm wrong about it, but I haven't played with him in a while. I have the hero. What's cool though is this faction didn't really have a Sigmar-esque hero. Like Joshua is like the rogue for this faction, and he's more like AoE with a ton of fixed damage and strip your buffs away type thing. Tons of fixed damage, some move shenanigans. This is straight up like Sniper. This is, you know, I'm going to just take the hero out. Doesn't matter who it is. You know, and 9 block range. So we will have to see how this character turns out. One could say she's like the Zarita of this faction, right? And of course she is in Heroes of Time. Well, this is actually the first time I get to see all her factions that I've actually really looked at her and paid attention. So Heroes of Time, we know she's in here with Yusuke Urameshi and all my favorite buffers, of course, right? Strat, she's added to the Strat team. That is very cool. I did not expect her to be in the Strat Masters team. My Strat Masters team is just getting better and better, I guess. Yeah, it'd be nice to have her as a sniper here, right? Even though we have Knight of Mystery here, and she can snipe some people just because she has the movement, but she's going to hit you with magic. So this girl's taking advantage of, you know, pretty much sniping and one-shotting things with an attack stat instead of a magic stat like Knight of Mystery. So that's very cool. And then, of course, she's part of the Empire's team, which I've already seen because she actually took advantage of Bernie's buff. So I was just like, cool. A sniper, you know, a Sigma-esque character for Empire's honor. Awesome. I'm probably going to be using this girl all the time, so I really need to start building her because she just looks so fun to play. I dig the rifle she's got. I just like everything about this hero. She just looks super fun. Very straightforward too, right? And soldiers, where was it? She can run around with samurais, so I've just always thought that samurais were cool. They don't have a weakness to close quarters, so they can attack things that are a couple blocks away. They throw their ninja stars or whatever, and then when you attack them in close quarters combat, they can still be competent in close quarters combat. So that's kind of cool. But she does get some sneaky assassin troops in here. None of the fire archers though. I was kind of surprised about that. I guess they're leaving that for Joshua. Right, when these new super powerful heroes come out, they typically try not to give them the strongest troops because, well, then it's freaking overkill, right? So it's just one of the ways this game is balanced, but no complaints about her. No complaints about her or her troops. She looks absolutely killer. And, you know, the other girl looks very interesting too, Alicia. They both look solid. What can I say? So I still have stuff to grind. Obviously, I have the actual event to play, and there's always tickets and more resources there for you to throw on the banner. Plus, I probably need to go check my Gmail. This game's always giving out like bonus codes for tickets, especially when a collab drops. So I'm sure there will be some kind of code that I put in, and I'll get 7 tickets or 10 tickets or something like that. So I think I still have a good chance of picking Alicia up, no problem, and this gives me great reason. Look at that grenade go off, push everybody around. This gives me great reason to go in here and play through this, all the content that they've put in here for this collab, and just see what these characters are all about. The Final Azure Flame. Very cool, very cool. Pretty happy with this. So if I missed anything, please leave me a comment, let me know. Sorry there couldn't be a pull vid in here. I'm sorry, folks. I tried to record it, it didn't work out, and you guys didn't miss much anyway. It was just a bunch of blues and golds, and like I said, we pulled Svetlana here as soon as the pull video was over, so it was like, damn. But if I missed anything, please leave me a comment, let me know. I always appreciate all the support. Langrisser community is effing awesome. I'll talk to you all soon. Later, everybody.